So hi guys, I'm gonna record this for myself and I'm gonna also post it on YouTube how these traffickers work. There are so many so many ways of frauds that they use how to exploit children, and as I told you, there is a homeland security involved in this. There are cops, judges, attorneys, prosecutors, the government agents. There are US military participants, and most of them are Middle Eastern. They are all Muslims. Most of them are Middle Easterns. And how they work this fraud, the child trafficking and human trafficking. For example, what they do, they monitor you everywhere you go. They harass you, gang stalk you, monitor your every step, and then they pretend, they say as if they are investigating you. So what they do, once you start exposing them, they come up with the idea that you are the criminal, and they were investigating you, and you are going to be jailed because they are investigating you since forever. And what they try to do is like, hey, and when you do something or say something, they will use this against you, turning the situation around, twisting your words. And they pretend, they say as if they are investigating you. You are a criminal, you did something, and they continue investigating you, and you are doing fraud things or this and that. And they are going to use that against you to imprison you because you are exposing them. And I'm telling you, Homeland Security, cops, US military participants, and a lot of criminals who carry badges and uniform and even a gun. They carry gun because they fear. They know that they have to carry, like that Jack, he has to carry his gun with him because he fears. He knows that why he fears, because he's a criminal. He knows he did something wrong, and he fears, and he has to carry his gun with him. So this is how they play. And then I contacted multiple people overseas. This also, they use people from overseas. Like, how would they do that? It's international, right? They have criminals in Lebanon. By the way, Lebanese are the most garbage existing that they exist. Doesn't matter Christian or Muslim, they're all the same. They're all Muslims for me. There are no Christians in Lebanon. Their mentality is all Islamic, and they are all criminals. They are all sick people, prostitutes and pedophiles. That's the worst country. I know them. I live with them. Syrian, Lebanese, garbage. That's why there is no peace in Palestine. No peace. Lebanon, no peace. Syria, no peace. These countries, they are criminals, right? And then they don't have life, and then they blame America. They blame this and that and that. So what they do, they have people, let's say in Lebanon, in Syria, in Africa, all over the world, in Dubai. It's international, right? And these are powerful people, cops, Homeland Security, cops, they are involved. They are lawyers, judges, attorneys, government agents, US military, as I told you. So what they do, they use different phone numbers to contact the victim. For example, a lot of blacks working with them from Haiti. Haiti is another criminal country. Oh my God. And so these criminals, so they know where I live. I was living at the Salvation Army, right? So they know my location, they know my address, and these criminals, they know, again, Homeland Security, they can find me. It's easily tracking me where I go, what I do, and I'm a victim, and this is how they traffic children and women, church representatives, churches. Imagine churches are covered by Homeland Security. When the church is raping children, the Homeland Security is defending and covering it up. So what they do, so every time on WhatsApp, I contact people and I tell them, please, can you contact my daughter and help my daughter to come out of that situation? Tell her that this happened, this is the truth, and you know these criminals. This is a way, it's not that I'm doing a fraud or something as a crime. This is a way I'm trying to take my daughter out of there. So she's in danger. She is introduced into drugs and pornography, and they were raping, and her father was sodomizing her, and all the Syrian criminals introducing her to porn, drug in her system, chemicals, poison her, torture her, and they give her so many drugs and so much stuff that she can lose her IQ and her memories, and they want her to lose her sanity, so one day she won't be able to speak up or stand up for herself. So what I did, I contacted multiple people and I told them, I will give you money if you help my daughter out of there. Just that in a way, like I'm not a fraud person, I'm not a criminal, I'm an honest person in a way that I work to take my daughter out of there. For me, it even if I need to do a white kind of cheating, like how do I say it? It's not cheating, a white lie, or it's not even a lie, it's the truth. It's the truth, but the person that I'm using to tell her this is not the person who is involved with them, okay? Who is involved with them, they're not gonna contact her and tell her, guess what, we are traffickers and we want to take you out of there. But the person that I'm using, let's say in Africa, I contacted this stranger in Africa and I told him, tell my daughter that you know these traffickers and they are criminals, they are raping children and women, and you know them, but you want to help her and to take her out of that situation. So what happened, this Homeland Security, these criminals, they get into my WhatsApp. This Jack, the criminal who rapes children and women, and his mother is Muslim. Yeah, they say we are Christians. No, they are not Christians. There are no Christians in Syria or Lebanon. No, it's fake. Just because they carry a cross, they are not Christians. They are terrorists, all of them. They are terrorists, both Christian, Muslim. They are all Muslims and they are all terrorists. I'm telling you, don't trust anybody. They are sick people. Yesterday I was in a place there was an Iraqi man. His wife is wearing a cross. He's a terrorist. I'm looking at him. The way he was treating his children, super abusive, sick. These people are sick. There are no Christians, okay, in Pakistan. There are no Christians in these Islamic countries. No, their mentality is not Christians. They are from generation to generation to generation. They are born and raised in there. How they can think Christian? Christian people are very freedom thinking Christianity, real Christianity. And in Middle East, it's impossible people to think as a Christian. They are all, no, are you kidding me? There are no Christians in Lebanon. They're all prostitutes and pedophiles. Sick people. They are all sick. And so is in Dubai, sick people. I'm telling you, Islam, these people who come from Islamic country, their thinking is sick. That doesn't matter what they say they are. It doesn't matter about religion. Their mentality is sick, period. So what they do, so I contacted this African man and I told him, can you please tell my daughter to leave? Can you please tell her that you know these traffickers? Again, this is not that I'm lying. It's just I'm choosing that person to help me. If he could, I told him, I will give you money if you help to take my daughter out of that situation. Can you please tell my daughter that you know these traffickers and that they traffic children and women, and you are even a survivor and you know them, or you are one of them, you just want to help her. So they use that against me as I'm doing a fraud or something. That's not a fraud, and I'm sharing this with the world. I'm not doing any fraud. I'm just trying to get help, even if I have to pay money. So this person, just to take my daughter out of there, I'm not telling this person, hey, can you contact the FBI and tell them that you know them and this and that and that. No, if I tell this, let's say this African guy or this Indian or African, I think I contacted one Indian or one African, I don't remember. But if I tell this African that, hey, can you contact the cops and the FBI and tell them and lie to them, for example, and tell them, hey, I'm a survivor, they raped me and they raped my children, and I know them, they are traffickers. This is gonna be a lie. I'm not gonna lie to the FBI. I'm not gonna lie to FBI. This is not a lie. This is the truth. It's just I'm using the different person to tell the truth, because the traffickers are not gonna contact my daughter and say, hey, guess what? That's true. We did rape your mom and we did abuse you sexually, and we did rape you and your mom. We did give you drugs and introduce you to this. We rape children and women. Guess what? I am one of them. We do rape people. That's true. Your father is a pedophile and he's a terrorist. And guess what? And no, they're not gonna do that. So I have to find somebody who can do that for them. And I was asking to pay to that person just to take my daughter out of that situation, because her life is in danger. They torture her. The traffickers work in a tricky way. They trick the situation. They twist the situation, okay? So once I contacted this African man, right away, this Homeland Security, who is part of this child trafficking, blocked his phone, and he took a different phone and he contacted me back. They use African phones. They use phones from India, from Pakistan, from Dubai, from all over the world. They can buy any phone number and contact victims, and here and they did so much fraud going on. They use other phone contacts, okay, to contact the victim. So they contacted, there are these people, black people, who contact me most of the time because of these traffickers. They also work with black people in America. Probably that one of the cops, I heard somebody told me one of these cops who work with them is a black. Anya, that there are few cops, and there is a Homeland Security. There are few cops who are involved in this. Of course, when I tell people who know what human trafficking is, San Diego right now, one day ago, I spoke with a person who works with the traffic survivors. You know what he said? He said most of them are cops, he said, and US military. And the churches, he said, we cannot totally stop that because these are people. Cops are involved in this. Cops are behind this, and cops are behind this. I was in San Diego. I was a cop came after me one time. He harassed me, and then I was physically abused by this cop. And what he did, there was something happened that he did to me, so I lost my consciousness. It took me couple hours to come back to normal. So what I did at that moment, I lost my memory, consciousness. I was dizzy. I couldn't see clearly in front of me. I was like, I thought I'm dying, and they poisoned me multiple times. There was a poison in my food by these cops who work with the same cops from New Jersey. They work together. It's an international, it's all over. It's a chain, it's a ring, it's a network, organizations all over in United States. Okay, cops are number one who are doing this. Cops and the churches. Homeland Security, cops and the churches, and even these organizations who pretend as if they are helping victims of human trafficking, they are part of it too. They work with the same cops who rape and exploit children and women. So again, I contacted this African man. I said, just contact my daughter, and there was an Indian man. I told him, please tell my daughter the truth about what happened. This is the truth, but the people who did this to me, they will never tell my daughter the truth. And my daughter, she knows a lot. The reason they keep her there, they use frauds, tricks, threats. They use a lot of ways of deception, coercion, frauds. They threaten her. They use tricks, methods of threats. Another way how these criminals threaten children. So what they do, when I was a child, they put children together and make us to have sexual touch and sexual relationship together. We are kids and we don't even know what sex is. The things they made us to do, we didn't even know what we were doing. So they make us to do these things, and then they use that against us. They say, if you ever speak out, we're gonna tell everybody, the world, what you did. They take pictures and videos, and then they use that against us, that this is how, and then they exploit us. So first they bring these children. There are a situation when I was poisoned and drugged. I don't remember what they did to me. I know I was raped, and who knows what they did to us with other children. Even when I was a grown-up, who knows what they did to me. They did a lot of frauds. Who knows, they probably put me on drugs and my daughter on drugs. They probably drugged me so much that I wasn't even aware of. They probably make me and my daughter naked together, taking pictures and doing wrong things against me, so they can use that and they can send it overseas, selling it and using that against me, and lying and cheating and frauds. Human trafficking is the worst crime. That comes with a lot of, when you say human trafficking, it's including murder, rape, all kinds of other cheatings and frauds and crimes and deception, coercion. It's involved with everything. It's a very horrible thing that can never happen. So this is how these traffickers trick people. And so what they do right now, so they came, they blocked me. When I was talking to that African guy, he said, okay, I spoke with your daughter, now you give me the money. And then I said, no, I'm not going to give you the money until you take my daughter out of there. So I'm going to use everything in my power, everything that I can, because the lawyers are not helping me. The lawyers are helping these traffickers. Every time I'm trying to contact the lawyers, the traffickers, they already know. The lawyers are not helping me, okay? Nobody's gonna help me because they all side with the traffickers, because the traffickers are powerful people. They're not gonna help me. They're gonna help the judge who rapes children, prosecutor in the church who rapes the children, cops in the church who rapes the children, US military, Navy, US military participants who rape children. Of course they're gonna work with them. They're not gonna help me. So what I did in my power, and I'm using everything in my power to take my daughter out of there. So I have to do some kind of a I don't know how to say it in the right words. I have to use whatever I can to take my daughter. My main concern is taking my daughter out of there, okay? I'm not a fraud person. All these criminals in the church, the Syrian, Lebanese, Turkish, Pakistani church, and all these church representatives and leaders who rape children and women, they're using so many ways of tricks, and they are turning it against me. For example, now this Homeland Security who was tracking my WhatsApp conversation, and he came with a different phone number contacting me and threatening me. That bitch, we're gonna kill you and this and that, and then deleting it, and then threatening me all over on social media. I know this Jack is involved. He's a criminal, he's a rapist, he rapes children, he rapes Chinese children. He showed me a porn video of him having sex with Chinese girls, underage girls in China too. And they are all criminals. So this is he got this badge. These are criminals. This is why American people, you should not give any Middle Eastern and any job in the government. Doesn't matter if they say we are Christian, wear a big cross. They wear a big cross. Guess what? Because they are cheating. They are trying to cheat you. This is a way of lying and cheating. Don't trust any Middle Eastern. Doesn't matter they say they are Christian or they are Muslim. They are not Christians. They are all Muslims, okay? Even though they wear a cross, even though they go to church, even though they pray, their Facebook, even they talk about Jesus every day, it doesn't mean they are Christians. So this Jack is a terrorist, and he's not Christian. He's a terrorist. All these Middle Easterns, they're all terrorists, and they are after me since forever. Even do you think I'm in California, I'm away? Of course these cops are gonna come after me because I'm exposing them. If they get caught, these motherfuckers, they're gonna go to jail, and I'm not gonna stop. So they twist this situation. They probably found the judge twisting the situation, telling the judge, look, this woman is lying or cheating or doing some kind of a fraud, lying. No, this is not the case. So they are trying to find everything against me so they can get rid of me, right? Like prison, killing me, imprisoning me, or putting me into mental institution. They try to kill me so many times. One time I woke up, they put a hanging rope in front of my house. They tried to kill me. They told me to go suicidal. They said, hey, you better kill yourself. They did horrible things, abusing me in a way, raping me, poisoning me. I was poisoned multiple times that it affected on my health, like my physical and mental health, destroyed me. That poison, that chemical they put in my food, it destroyed my health completely. They try to slowly kill me. So when you die, you know what Harut said? He said, O.J. Simpson, was it O.J. Simpson? What is this famous guy who killed his wife and he got away with it? He said, look, see, he got away with it. I can get away with it too. Even though Harut Orian is nothing. He's garbage, Lebanese, Syrian, Iraqi garbage. O.J. Simpson, whatever that person was, he's a famous criminal. Harut is an infamous criminal. So whatever, so these cops, so they get involved. Now they play us if they are investigating me and I'm a criminal, I'm doing some kind of a cheating, or I'm the one who does a fraud and cheating and human trafficking. They even try to accuse me of child trafficking. They accuse me so many times she's trafficking her children and this and that motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, you rape your own, you sleep with your own daughters, you motherfuckers. You have sex with your own mother and with your own children. You have sex with your sons and with your daughters and with your mothers. That's who you are. I'm not like that. I wasn't born in the Middle East, and I'm not like you, garbage. You in the church, you have sex with your own mom, you have sex with your own daughters. That's who you are. I'm not a Muslim. You are Muslim. You do that. So anyways, even the Middle Eastern, even though those ones who wear huge cross, your cross is bigger. What are you trying to say? Behind that cross is a pedophile. That's what you're trying to say. You're using God's name, you're using Jesus, you use the Bible to rape children, motherfuckers. I'm not going to stop this. I'm eventually going after you. Yes, now I post on Facebook, I use threats against them. They threaten me, they try to kill me. Now my threats are, hey, any arakelian must be put to death. Period. She must be put to death. But then I go, killing is nothing. We have to leave her alive. She cannot die. She has to live long. But she has to put on the wheelchair. Whatever she did to me, everything must be done to her 7 times extra. All the horrible things that she did to me, poison and rape and torture and exploiting me and my children and other children, my innocent family, my innocent nation, my innocent community, my innocent country, my innocent people are going through a genocide because of this motherfucker, Ani Arakelian. When you catch her, we're gonna put her on the wheelchair and let her live until she's 100 years old. But on the wheelchair, that's it. That's not killing. So now I am reacting on it. It's called Provoke. Have you seen that movie Provoked? You have to watch. It's an amazing movie and an amazing Indian actor. She plays that movie, Provoked. Watch that. And so what they do, they try to twist the situation around and play as if they are investigating. The same motherfuckers who raped me, they are playing as they are investigating me instead. These motherfuckers who raped children in America, now they are playing as if they are investigating us. That's why Natalie is scared. That's why my daughter, she cannot speak up. She cannot tell the truth because who knows what kind of tricks they use against her. Who knows, they did take so her father made her cut her hair. He told her that you are a boy now, so you have to have sex with girls because you are a boy. Look, they told her to tell people that she's a transgender. That was part of the plan, the game that they are playing. They made her a transgender. Who knows what they did to her, what kind of pictures and things that they did to her. She's not a transgender. I know my daughter, I raised her. I know what she is. They made her. They told her, tell people that you are a transgender, and they told her, hey, change after a couple years of using her, telling people that she's a transgender. Now they tell her, she told me, well, Mom, I changed my mind. I'm not a transgender anymore. I'm like, Natalie, I don't even know if that's her telling me that because it's a text message. There is a phone number that I'm trying to contact her. It's a text message. That's not her real number. These traffickers hold on her real number. I'm sending this video on YouTube. Share it with everybody. Share it because these motherfuckers must be caught. I don't care. It's a cop with a badge or a uniform or a gun. This is a motherfucker. Must be jailed. He must be imprisoned. They rape our children. If you do not share this, you are risking your children's future and their children's future. This must be stopped. So this is how they play these tricks and games. Even if I'm looking for help, even if I have to use the wrong person to tell my daughter the truth that what they did to us, it doesn't mean I'm doing cheating or I'm a fraud or I'm doing a crime. That's not a crime. That I'm trying to take my daughter out of there. Doesn't matter. I can use every different ways of anything that I can in my power to take my daughter out of there. If I have to lie about something, it's not a lie, it's the truth, but probably it's a white lie. You call it a white lie. It's not even a lie, it's the truth. It's just I have to use a method. I have to use the same thing spoken from a different person. It doesn't mean I'm lying or I'm cheating or I'm a fraud person. No, it's not cheating, it's not lying, it's not a fraud. It's just I'm using a different person to tell her the truth, to take her out of there. So there are a lot of things that they use it against me and they twist it around. They change the conversation because they just wanted me to be gone. If I'm away from their way, they can continuously doing this trafficking. Now since I'm coming up and speaking out and exposing this ring, they are after me again. They pretend as if they are investigating me. They contact my friends and my family members and tell, hey, guess what, I'm a cop. Let's say this Jack, I don't even know if he's a real cop. There are a lot of fake cops also. They are not even real cops. There are a lot of fake cops who are in this, okay? So they have a badge, fake badge, like how arakelian has all this fake fraud, her certification, awards and fraud, even that Turkish woman that she's in touch with, she's also a trafficker. That I saw Jesus, I was a Muslim and Jesus changed my life. No, she's still a Muslim. Jesus does, it's a fraud. That's a trafficker too. That's connected with Amy Arakelian. They are all traffickers. The church across the USA, the churches are exploiting our children and women, especially the Middle Eastern Muslim church. I call it Muslim church. People laugh. Oh, hey, there is no another word. It's a Muslim church. Okay, so what I was saying that, so this motherfucker, these cops with fake badge. I'm not. So she is using Amy Arakelian. She's pretending as if she's a church leader or a Christian pastor or Christian preacher or a Christian therapist. It's all a fraud. She's nobody and nothing. All her certifications are a fraud. It's all a bribery, fake documentation. Everything is a sham, fraud, fake. Everything is fraud. She came to America by fraud. Everything is fraud. All the money that she has is cheating, stealing, killing, destroying, child trafficking, organ trafficking. It's all a fraud. Her certifications are a fraud. Her credentials, she's a stupid Lebanese whore. Everything is a fraud. She doesn't have any credentials, okay? So are these cops. Most of them are a fraud, okay? They can wear a uniform, they can have a badge, they can have a gun, they can pretend as if they are cops, they are trying to investigate me, I have done something wrong. What they did, they tell my family members overseas, she's doing wrong things and we are investigating her, we are after her because she's doing a lot of wrong things. They exploited me with the Pakistani terrorist criminal who raped me and my daughter. That rapist, so they use this now against me, telling people she is working with Pakistani terrorists, she's a terrorist herself. No, you motherfuckers, you are the terrorist. I wasn't born in a terroristan. You are born in terroristan. You are born in Syria, Lebanon, you are born in Iraq, you are born in Turkey, Azerbaijan, Pakistan. You are the terroristan. I wasn't born in this country. My family, we are Armenians, 100% Christians. We are 100% Armenians. My family, my parents are Armenians, their parents are Armenians. You are the terrorist, you are the rapist. Everything they accuse me of doing, they did it. They accused me of like exploiting my daughter and I was harassed and attacked, but my daughter is still with me. She's excellent, beautiful, healthy, happy, super happy. We have my daughter, she's gonna grow up, she's gonna screw them. My daughter is gonna grow up, she's gonna be a big girl and she's gonna go after them. My daughter is gonna become an FBI agent. I'm gonna raise my daughter. She's gonna become an FBI agent and she's gonna go after these motherfuckers. Yes, it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna happen. Okay, my daughter is a super smart, beautiful. I love my children. I raised my older daughter like a queen. She did excellent at school. She was #1 student. First honored student in her entire classroom. They are nothing. The children, they did know nothing. I raised my daughter because I grew up. I'm a very intelligent woman. I studied very well at school. I was the first honor student, #1 reader in that region. My reading, it was excellent. I was called to a different classrooms. I was called to high school to read for high schoolers, and the superintendent used to tell these high school people, look at her, how she's reading, shame on you. I was #1, one of the best students with my behavior, with my education, very intelligent. It comes from my parents. My both parents are super educated and intelligent. My mom studied 5 years as a teacher and she was about to continue and then she died on earthquake. My father was an accountant. In my family, everybody is talented. My people are very nice people, amazing. They are cool people, talented, educated, intelligent. I'm an intelligent person. My children are intelligent. My daughter was a winner at school all the time. First honor student. They are jealous. These Syrian and Lebanese, they are jealous of us because their children are mentally ill. My children are not. That's why they had to poison my daughter, because they are jealous. Rape her, poison her. Her father is jealous of her. That sick motherfucker. He took her out of school. He cut her hair. He tortured her maximum. Now they are using tricks to keep her over there. They know if she comes out, she's gonna expose a lot of stuff that even CPS was part of it. In New Jersey, people in power, the government, they exploit children and women. Again, these cops are not investigating me. These motherfuckers are not investigating me. They are actually harassing me, and they play as if they are investigating me because I did something wrong. I did nothing wrong, even though I said that African dude to contact my daughter and tell her that he knows them and they are traffickers and rapists. They did it to him, to his children. It doesn't mean I did any fraud. It's the truth. It's just the person who is going to tell her this is not the right person, but everything that he was going to tell her is the truth. And there are a lot of girls raped, tortured. These girls, they don't want to show up because cops are threatening them. Me, I'm a different person. I'm not like them. I know I was a different person. I know I'm better because I'm stronger and I'm brave and I'm a hero. I like this girl. Maybe they did it. They wanted to do prostitution. I wasn't a prostitute. I didn't do prostitution. I was raped because of my faith in Jesus Christ, because my innocence. I was vulnerable, gullible, very naive, innocent child. I used to see the world as magic. Everything was heaven for me. My innocence, they took advantage of my light, my purity, my innocence, and my faith in God. Having faith in Jesus caused me to be raped and trafficked by Muslims in New Jersey, USA, and in Dubai. Dubai is a criminal country. Don't go there. Don't spend money. Don't spend your money over there. They are criminals. Pakistani and Turkish, Azerbaijani criminals rape Christian children and women in Dubai. And this Pakistani criminal, that motherfucker, and I contacted Pakistan. I say, hey, go kill that motherfucker. I will pay you money. It doesn't make me a criminal. I'm a hero. I'm going. He raped me. He must be killed. Even in his fucking religion, it says if you rape somebody, you have to face death penalty. He has to be killed if he raped me. You did crime, you have to face the consequences. When I stand up for myself, it doesn't make me a cheater or I don't do fraud. I stand up for myself. I fight for justice, no peace, motherfuckers. Your tricks are not gonna work anymore. I don't feel all this motherfucker cops who are part of it. They must be facing the worst death penalty. So the cops in USA don't take that risk and rape children. This must be taken seriously, and I hope there is a judge. I can take this video to a judge or somebody. Send it, spread it, guys. Share it for your own family. This is how human trafficking works. It's not just a simple thing. Hey, you rape a girl and make money. That doesn't work like that. It's not like that. It's a lot of fraud going on. So these motherfuckers, they play as if they are investigating me. That's how these motherfuckers play. No, who knows what else they did, I'm still not aware of. There are a lot of tricks and frauds, deception. There are a lot of cheating. They do a lot of frauds. There is so much still I am not aware of. Slowly everything will come up. I don't want this motherfucker to be killed. Just catch Ani Arakelian, make her to... We have to expose her. The only way we know all the horrible things that she did, and her uncle and all these terrorists from Lebanon and Syria, we have to make them speak up. If you take her and investigate her, the only way she has to be pushed. When you investigate her and you push her, she's gonna tell you the truth. Eventually, you keep her and then you continue investigating her, she's gonna tell you the truth. But you are not doing the investigation. They are playing. Every time probably the reason they didn't do the investigation from here, when I told this person, I don't even know if he was the Homeland Security, because the shelter that I was staying in, this shelter, that criminal who works there, her name is Maris, and she's it's an organization that helps survivors of human trafficking. She's not helping them. She's Mexican. Are you kidding me? A Mexican helping somebody who is survivor? It's impossible. She works with cartel. These are cartels, especially in San Diego. You are bordered with cartels, so they work together in exploiting children from border to border. I heard stories in here It's just crazy, the stories I heard. So Marisa is a criminal. She worked with Ani Arakelian. When I moved to her, they know my locations. I gave Marisa my information. She got in touch with these traffickers, and then she started harassing me and death threats and threatening me and my daughter with her workers over there. And then Marisa is part of this. Once she connected me to her own Homeland Security, which worked with her. These are not even, I don't even know if they were Homeland Security or no. It was a fraud. Probably they were, but when they contact to New Jersey, the New Jersey cops are telling them not to continue the investigation is because everything is a lie, and don't continue investigation. They are actually saying, oh, she's the criminal, we are investigating her, she has done a lot of wrong things. Now I remember when I was in a places, people used to tell me, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? I'm like, what is she saying? Like, that Pakistani criminal who raped me, he was like, you did something wrong and God is using me to rape you, right? You Christians are guilty. And he was like, you did something wrong. What did you do wrong after raping me? And he said, you did something wrong and God is using me to rape you. They use God. They use God. And this is like, they say, hey, if God is for me, who can stand against me? And they rape children. Imagine that. This is so sick. This is going to be documented in the book. And Ani Arakelian must be terminated. Take her back to Lebanon and put her on the wheelchair. Leave her to Lebanon. She's from Lebanon. Why? What she has to do with America? Go back to Lebanon. Go over there. You criminal, you came to America to exploit Christian Armenian people? Motherfuckers.